Quick question. You're at a loud party. The music is literally blaring, and there are 20 conversations happening at once. You're barely tracking the conversation right in front of you. And then, from across the room, someone says your name. Your head turns instantly, without thinking, without even trying. But why? That's not a coincidence. That's your brain treating your name as the highest priority signal in any room you're ever in. And today's principle from Carnegie is built entirely around that one fact. Stay with me, because at the end of this video, I'm going to teach you a simple trick on how to remember names. Hey, my name is Michael Collins, and on this YouTube channel, we talk about personal finance and personal development. And today is day 6 of the 30-day challenge of How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And this is not just to understand it, but to actually apply it to real life. Because this isn't a book review. This is an actual life experiment for me. Today's principle is the simplest one by far, which I feel like I say for every video at this point, but it is really simple. And the fact is, most people do get it right, but not quite. Carnegie writes, "A person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language." That's a bold claim. The sweetest sound in any language? It's not a compliment, it's not a joke that lands, it's not even good news. It's their name. And here's what makes that interesting. Carnegie wrote this book in 1936. Almost 90 years ago, neuroscientists have been proving his points to actually be correct. That thing that happened at the party, where you heard your name across the room without even trying, has a name in psychology. It's called the cocktail party effect. Even when you're focused on a completely different conversation, your brain keeps scanning the entire room for personally relevant information, and your name is at the very top of that priority list. Your brain essentially has a VIP list. Most sounds are left waiting outside, but your name gets immediate access. And it's not just attention, it goes deeper than that. Researchers used fMRI to examine brain activation when people heard their own name versus the names of others. Hearing your own name activates several distinct regions in the left hemisphere, regions specifically associated with self-recognition and identity processing. In other words, your name doesn't just get your attention, it activates the part of your brain that processes who you are. EEG studies found that the brain's response to your own name is measurably stronger and faster than its response to any other name, including the names of close friends and family. Even in a coma, researchers have found that patients with disorders of consciousness still show measurable brain responses to their own name when nothing else registers. Your name is hardwired into your identity without you even consciously being aware of it. So what does this mean practically in actual conversations? Because names are such an indispensable part of our identity, we feel genuinely validated when someone uses them. It signals that you're paying attention, and it helps build rapport faster than almost anything else you can do. Name repetition essentially fast-tracks the relationship building process. It creates a sense of familiarity and personal connection even in brief encounters. Think about the best teachers, the best leaders, the best managers you have ever had. And they have one thing in common. I bet that most of them knew your name. And not just that, they actually said it. They made you feel like you weren't just another person in the room. Research in education has found that teachers who know and actually use their students' names create an atmosphere of trust that directly improves learning outcomes. Students feel cared about and actually taken seriously. That same dynamic plays out everywhere, at work, in sales, in friendships, in every human interaction, where you want to feel genuinely seen. Now let's talk about the flip side, because I think all of us have experienced this. You've met someone maybe 2, 3, or even 4 times, and they come walking up with that energy and you know exactly what's about to happen. They say,
"Hey, man, buddy," or my personal favorite, buckaroo.
Yeah, I've gotten that before. And you're standing there thinking,
Yeah, we have literally met. Like, I know your name. You clearly don't know mine.
and here's what's wild. That moment literally sticks with you, because forgetting someone's name doesn't feel just like memory failure. It feels like they decided you're not worth remembering. Or the other version is someone gets your name completely wrong, and you start to have the internal conversation now.
Do I correct them? Do I let it go? Do I just become who they think I am for the rest of the conversation?
I'm Batman. I don't know. That was really bad. Edit that.
I'm Batman!
Both of these situations reveal something important. Names carry an emotional weight that most of us are just not aware of. Now, a quick warning, because Carnegie actually addresses this too. Using someone's name is actually powerful, but overusing it is immediately weird. Like, super weird.
So, Michael, what do you think about that, Michael? Yeah, Michael, what do you think? I don't know how I feel about that. You, Michael? Are we okay? Yeah, Michael, I totally agree.
That doesn't feel like a connection. That feels like a sales call from someone who literally just read a book about sales calls. Okay, so here's the trick that I promised you at the beginning of this video. Because most people say,
I'm just bad with names.
like it's a personality trait that they were born with. And there are 3 things that I would do to make sure that names stick. 1, repeat it immediately. When someone tells you their name, use it within the first 10 seconds of meeting them. When they say, hi, my name is Sarah, you say, hi, Sarah, it's nice to meet you. And that moves that memory from short term to actual working memory. Most people skip this step entirely. 2, make an actual association. When you're thinking Sarah, you're thinking, oh, like my cousin Sarah, or that Marcus has glasses like Marcus Aurelius. Actually associating objects to people is better than actual sound. So objects like glasses, shirts, hairdos, stuff like that. Number 3 is use it before you part ways. So as you're ending the conversation, you say, thank you so much, Sarah. It's great to see you. Have a good one. And sometimes we overlook the goodbye as well. But that will establish the connection point to use it in the next conversation when you see that person. Here's what I think Carnegie was actually trying to get at, and it goes beyond just trying to do a memory trick for remembering names. Most people are so focused on what they're going to say next that they're not really truly present in the moment when they're interacting with someone. Remembering a name actually requires you to pay attention in the moment that someone introduces themselves. And presence, genuine attention, is one of the rarest things that you can offer to a person. If you want people to feel important, start remembering what they're called. It only takes a few seconds. It costs nothing. And the people who do it consistently, they stand out in every room that they're in. That's day 6. The principle is simple, the science behind it is genuinely remarkable, and the application with those 3 steps you can start practicing and using today. And I'll be completely honest, I've already screwed up multiple times actually doing this after reading the chapter. I realize I'm just not mentally present in every moment that I should be in, and I'm trying to work on it and get better. So I think it's already proof of concept. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to follow for more content. I try to diversify every other week to be the challenge of the 30 days, and the other weeks to be personal finance and development. And I look forward to seeing you guys on day 7. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Oh, and stay consistent out there.